All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports. We're coming on a little bit early today. I haven't done one of these in a long time, but I'm going to do an extra point here. Welcome into the Extra Point with yours truly, Jimmy Jam, on this June 4th, 2025. I wanted to come on to talk about Madden 26. The trailer dropped today, and the trailer is actually quite good. And like most trailers, it shows a lot, but not everything. All right? It's like a bikini. It shows a lot, but not everything. But I was really more impressed by the press release that came out with it from EA Sports. I was reading it earlier today, and I'm really impressed by a lot of what it had to say about the upcoming Madden 25. First of all, I want to touch on something that I saw yesterday. I was reading an article before the release of the video, before the press release, and it was talking about how the biggest difference last year between College Football 25 and Madden 25 was the game speed. College had that differential, you have a really good player and a player not so much. The disparity in talent in college football is a lot wider than it is in the NFL. And the college football game designers really brought that to the forefront by these players, the good players, having really good speeds, and the game was faster. The game just played faster than Madden 25. Now, don't get me wrong, Madden 25 is a fine game. They did a good job with Madden 25. But there was that difference with game speed. And what they're doing now, they're going to take that from College Football 25 and put it into Madden 26, where the game speed is going to be a bit faster. It'll match college football. And that'll be good because it will make cross-play easier. People who want to play both games, they won't be having to deal with two different types of game speeds. And I think the NFL crew that does the Madden 26 game, they want to make sure that they capture that same essence, where the fast players are fast and noticeably faster than the slower players. So I'm really looking forward to that. That was the article I read yesterday. Now, they touched upon that a little bit in the press release today. But again, let's go back to the trailer, the Madden 26 trailer. I saw it today. Again, I was impressed. It was a very polished trailer. But we're only in June, and the game's not going to be released until, August 17th, I think? Somebody check me on that. So we're still, 2.5 months out. So it's going to be, they're going to drop things here and there. But I thought the initial trailer was actually quite good. And, I said, okay, I'm excited about this, but when I read the press release, I got even more excited, along with that article I read yesterday. The press release touched on it a little bit about the game speed will be comparable to College Football 25 this year with Madden 26, so I was excited about that. I was excited about the new features where there's more animations, there's more, they want to make the quarterback animations more specific to the player. They're going to go more to the game tendencies of the coaches. I thought that was cool. And just in general, it looks like they're really trying to step up this year. They didn't have any buzzwords or anything this season that they were trying to, in the past where they try to do smoke and mirrors. I think what has happened with EA Sports and Tiburon down in Orlando is that College Football 25 was such a success that Madden had to step up. We often complained about lack of competition for Madden. Well, they created it in-house with College Football 25, and they hit it out of the park with 25. Is College Football 25 not a perfect game, but it was a darn good game after being gone for 11 years. They really did a good job with it. Now, I can nitpick. There's some things about College 25 I don't like, but overall, I thought it was a great game. And so they picked up their game with 25. Madden 25 was far better than Madden 24. In fact, it was far better than 21 through 24. Madden 25, I'm using it right now with my sim season. Not a perfect game, but it's there. It's a good game, and it's a definite improvement from the past iterations. So I'm really excited about 26. A couple other things I saw in the article I read. Again, they had the press release. They were talking about the playbooks, the new animations. There's going to be more uniform choices, People like that. I kind of like the throwbacks, but hey, whatever floats your boat. And one thing I thought was really exciting is that this season with Madden 26, say you take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you're playing at home and you put them in their creamsicle uniforms, the orange uniforms, the sideline bunting and the field is going to match the uniform that you play in. In other words, if you have a throwback uniform, the field's going to be throwback. And I thought that was cool. I thought that's a really cool idea. It's something they needed to come up with for a long time. I was talking with TMG earlier today, and TMG might be here. And TMG, feel free to chime in if you're here. Go ahead and text if you want. But I was chatting with him earlier today, and we're hoping that with some of these new uniforms and the presentations that the Commanders / Redskins, now I know they won't put the Redskin helmet in the game, but if they would go back to the Redskin type uniforms, I would settle with a Redskin type uniform and having to use the W helmet. I would settle with that if we could go back to that. I mean that'd be a good compromise. But we're also talking about things we'd like to see in Madden. If there's anybody at Madden listening, I don't think they will be, but if this gets back to anybody, if you're going to have an alternate uniform, if you're going to have a throwback uniform, like say the Seahawks, for instance, you can wear their old 80s uniforms, but they only give you the home uniform. If you're going to do that, put the road in there as well. I mean, do that with Denver as well. A lot of other teams, they only have, like Jacksonville, put the road one in there as well. I mean, if you're going to do a home, put the road in there as well. That way you can use them all over the place. But again, really excited about what I saw. I was pleasantly surprised. The press release has me stoked, and really looking forward to Madden 26 when it comes out. Now, I know that College Football 26 will be out, July 7th, I believe it is. So that's going to be out soon. And they're already offering bundles if you want to buy them both. And I think if there's one bundle, I think it's the MVP bundle. If you get that, you'll get early access 3 days early. Last year it was a week early, but hey, I'll take the 3 days. So we'll see what happens there. Other things going on. I haven't done an extra point in a while. We talked about this yesterday, so we get off topic now. For Sim Season 36, which will start after my current Sim season is over, we're going to go back to 32 teams. We're using 28 right now in a 16-game season. So that's 14 games a week for 16 weeks. What we're going to do is we're going to bring all 32 teams in, so that's 16 games a week, but we're going to condense it to a 14-week season. 14 weeks is enough to crown a champion. And what we'll do is the scheduling formula will be as follows. We'll have the 8-division format. You play everybody in your division twice, home and away. That's 6 games. You play 4 games against another division in your conference, and then you play 4 games against a division in the other conference. That rotates every year. That's 14 games, and I think that'll be enough to crown a champion and all that. So we're looking forward to that. Just a lot going on. What we're going to try to do is get my current NFL Sim season done before the end of June. The last weekend of June through the first week of July, I will not be on. We have the local Smith County Fair here in the Nashville area, and I'll be involved with that. So there'll be maybe 9 days where I'm not on. So just have to deal with that. But I want to have everything done before Madden 26 comes out, and I should be able to. We have 7 games left in this week, I believe. Let me look at the schedule. How many games do I have left in this week of our current Sim season? Let's see. Counting tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 left in this week. 14 next week. That's 24 games. And when you count the playoffs, that's 35 games. We can get 35 games during the rest of the week. Rest of the month. Should be easy. Especially now that we're getting 3 games in a night. So that's my goal, to have the Super Bowl done before the end of this month. All right. I don't see anything else to talk about. I don't know if TMG is in the house or not. The Bengals situation in Cincinnati is ever changing day after day. Last week I heard that they came to an agreement. Now they're not in an agreement, and they're still haggling over cost of the stadium renovations in Cincinnati. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. The Bears in Chicago, they're having problems with that situation, financing. They want to move to Arlington Heights, which is about 20 miles outside the city. They're haggling over price. They're haggling over taxes and stuff. My solution is put another team in Chicago. Move the Jaguars to Chicago, or move somebody else to Chicago, and have two teams there. Now you have enough money. Do what you want. Speaking of stadiums, earlier this week I was in Nashville on Monday. Spent the afternoon in Nashville downtown. I live in the suburbs, about 20 miles out of Nashville, so I don't get to downtown all the time. But I did this past Monday. Got a chance to see the new Titan Stadium that's going up. It's impressive. It's huge. It is a lot bigger than Nissan Stadium. The footprint is a lot bigger. It's an impressive sight. If you're here in the Tennessee area and you've seen it, then you know what I'm saying. But very, very impressed with what they're doing. It's supposed to be done by February, they said, of 2027. They'll have the 2027 season in that new stadium for the Titans. And hopefully Nashville down the line will be able to host a Super Bowl, get the Final Fours and stuff like that. That'd be great. Any other thing that wants to come to town. Don't really have anything else to talk about here tonight. I wanted to go over that. Like I said, excited about Madden 26. It's been a long time since I've been excited over a Madden coming out. It's always been cautious optimism. But after what I saw today and what I read today with the press releases and everything and what they're going to do, I'm rather excited. I'm also excited about College Football 25, or 26, excuse me, waiting for that game to come out in July. When that game comes out, of course, we'll showcase it here. And when 26 comes out for Madden, we'll showcase that here as well. All right. That has been another brief edition of The Extra Point with yours truly, Jimmy Jam, here on Jammin' Sports. We have an NFL triple-header coming up for you tonight. Colts, Dolphins, Steelers, Browns, and Bills, Bengals. And we'll have that for you at the top of the hour. Thanks for listening and watching The Extra Point.